Alright, so I've been getting questions a lot on bulking. It is winter, and that's when most people bulk because they want to look good for summer and stuff like that. And I've been getting questions and people asking, like, what do I got to do to bulk? What do I got to do to gain weight? And a lot of people simply just say, eat more. And I like to look at that more scientifically and not just think of a broad of just eat more. I feel like that's the same as saying, how do I gain muscle? Oh, you just lift more weights. Like you have to really look into it. You have to hit this sort of movement to grow this muscle. You have to contract this sort of muscle this way in order to, gain proper, you know, contractions and stuff like that. But I think it's the same about bulking and cutting, but I'm mainly going to talk about bulking. And the first piece I want to say is it's not just about calories. Like, you can eat 6,000 calories of sugar and you won't gain muscle. You're going to be fat, obviously. It really dives down into carbs, simple sugars, protein, and calories. Those are the really things you have to care about. Salt, you could care about that a little. That gives you a little bit of fat in your face area. Absorbs more water, but I feel like that's not an issue on bulking. Like, you're obviously going to gain some fat. But the main thing that I'm going to talk about right now is protein. So, when should you get your protein in? I'd say you should get 1 pound at least of protein in just to maintain. In order to bulk, you should be doing 1.5 to 2 times your body weight in protein. I personally am eating like 300 grams of protein a day, which seems astronomical, but if you break it down, it's really not that hard. You have, what, 16 hours to get your protein in? Let's say 20 grams of protein an hour. That is nothing. That's absolutely nothing. But my personal experience is I have a very bad digestive system, so before the gym, I do not eat. Um, Today is different because my mom made dinner and I came home, didn't want to be rude or anything. But I think you should eat like absolutely nothing an hour to an hour and a half before the gym so you don't get an upset stomach, affect your pre-workout, stuff like that. But I do feel right after, not right after, like you don't have to work out and then jump in the car right away and eat 100 grams of protein. No, but in a 30 to an hour scale, there's this thing called an anabolic window. It's been disproven in some studies, it's been proven in other studies. Personally, I think it is proven that is an actual thing, but you just got to go off your base knowledge. And I feel like you should eat double the amount of food after your workout rather than half the food after and half the food before. Your pump won't be as great because you don't have the specific amount of carbs in your body to specificize, like, micronize the water inside your biceps to make it grow an inch, all this, like, nonsense. But I feel like your protein, you should eat most of it after your workout and then most of it in the beginning of your day, like in the morning. You should have a good, like, 50 grams, like, slug down a protein shake, maybe eat some chicken, something like that. And then, like, a protein shake right before bed has actually been studied, and you have 50% more muscle growth than a placebo. They did this study with whey protein, I think it was, and then another protein, and it was sort of similar. The proteins were similar, it didn't really matter. But what they studied is the placebo actually did not have as much growth and recovery as the protein shake before bed. So a protein shake before bed is actually really supportive with your muscle growth and recovery. Um, that's about it for protein. Carbs is another big thing that I've been getting into. I recently bought this carbo gainer. So right after a workout, I'll have my protein shake and I'll throw in like a scoop or two of carbo gainer. Taste is not that great. Makes me kind of want to throw up because I have a weak stomach. But carbs are incredibly important to make you more full. That's basically what carbs are. They bring water into your muscle, make you full. If you're on creatine, you need to down carbs as much as possibly because then you just get even more water in your bicep, or not biceps, your muscles, and you just grow astronomically. Like you eat some rice, good carbs are rice, some Rice Krispies for like a quick carb, honey, carbo gainer, simple sugars. Like right when you like drink a lemonade or something like that, the simple sugars and the carbs is growing straight into your muscles. Like if you were to not eat carbs for like 2 days, let's say, like from now into 2 days, I would actually shrink because carbs are what make you full. Carbs are basically what makes your muscles pop in a sense. Um, and while you're cutting, you're not supposed to have carbs, but you're gonna look super skinny, stuff like that. Depends your weight. It's a big, broad range of what I'm saying, but if you're 198 pounds like me, 6'2", take this with a grain of salt. It might not affect you as it affects me, but this is the research. And I'm trying to throw in as much bro science and actual science in as possible, and I'm just trying to balance it all at once. And I'm just telling you what I personally do and what works for me. So if it doesn't work for you, it's not a guarantee that what I do is going to work for you. And lastly is the calories. The calories is the most important. Oh, actually, my battery's about to die. Right, sorry, I need to clear out my SD card. I need to buy a new one, but right now I'm gonna have to clear it out in the car. My pre-workout has kicked in 20 minutes ago, and I just want to throw out the knowledge as fast as possible so I can get the workout in. But lastly is calories, the most important thing. If you want to gain weight, muscle, anything, you need to be on a surplus. How do you find out your calorie maintenance? It's sort of a intuition, but you could throw it into a calculator, like your height, your weight, your age, and it'll kind of give you a broad range, and it's sort of accurate. I would like add or subtract 200 from it, 200 calories, because it's not as accurate as a scientist coming in and like measuring you and stuff like that, and just giving you the exact amount of calories you should be eating to cut and bulk. But calories simply is how oh my gosh, I'm going back to science class. I can't think because it's pre-workout. But it's basically the amount of heat that could burn a liter of water. Don't quote me on that. I am too energized and pumped up right now to actually think about it. But basically what it is, it's just how many calories a day. If you have more than your maintenance, you're going to bulk and gain weight. Maybe if you're like 200 over your maintenance, you're going to gain like maybe a pound a month, something like that. You need to be pretty high over in order to bulk. Cutting wise, for me is way easier because I'm naturally pretty skinny, but you need to be around like 500 under your maintenance. Like my maintenance is 3,100 roughly, and on my cut I do around 2,500, which will lose me about like a pound or two every 2 weeks ish. But when you are cutting, you're gonna lose a ton of weight the first couple of days, and that's just like fluff basically. It's not real weight. It's sort of like draining your system because you have all this inflation in your body from all the nasty stuff that you've been putting in your body because you're throwing in so much kind of junk, because you can't really have 6,000, 5,000 calories absolutely strictly clean unless you're Ronnie Coleman, eating chicken and rice 5 times a day. You don't have that kind of money. I mean, if you do, good for you. But yeah, that's in a sense that's it. I'm gonna go in the gym right now because I am incredibly itchy and stuff. I just took some dynamite mixed with caffeine, which is an absolutely wonderful combo. You should research into that. But that is kind of my secret, so don't tell anyone about that. So we're going to go in the gym right now, and we're going to have a great lift. Legs, sadly.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
what is your opinion on us hitting 1,000 subscribers?
Proud of you.
Proud?
Yeah.
What do you think we're gonna hit by the end of next year? 200,000? 10? We're gonna go down?
100K.
100K. 100K by 2024. By 2025.
Yeah. 2024.
I found it work.
Feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I'll find you in my walking in the I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
Alright, so we have finished the workout. Why is this not focusing? And alright, so we finished the workout, and my knees were actually in quite a bit of pain. So I decided to do a 3x5 instead of a 5x5. Just, let it a little loose on my knees because I did hit a workout before this, which was physical therapy. Why is this thing not focusing? Jesus. And yeah, so I did a little bit of physical therapy earlier for my knees because I have jumper's knees or tendonitis in both knees. So that really affects everything that I do because of the fact that I'm doing such high repetitions with my legs. So I'm jumping all the time, I'm squatting all the time, I'm hitting legs all the time. So that's really taking a toll on my knees. And even though I am 17, I shouldn't have these problems. I have them. So I have to find a way to fix them. This is really making me mad why it's not focusing. But yeah, so I have to find a way to fix these knees. I would have such a higher squat. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's just, it's really affecting my progression in the leg area. And, really makes me not want to show my legs because I know how much potential I have in the leg area because I am bulking, but my legs are still getting really lean and cut and stuff like that. And I think I would look 10 times better if I was able to actually train legs adequately and not just throw around a couple weights for an hour and call it a day. So I did hit some forearms and some core just to make my lift a little better. And I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna have a nice meal, replenish, have some sleep since I haven't been able to sleep because of finals recently. And I also was not able to edit my last video, so it's been a week. So that's posting today, and I'll post this video probably in a day or two. Have it all edited and then post it in about 2 days. So we'll see how I want to plan it out, and that's it.